Hello everyone, welcome to another Monday movie. I'm Mr. Blue Summers. So this week I just wanted to show you a quick technique that you can use to add just a little bit of realism to your architectural renderings. This is a quick technique, it's very easy to implement, and it adds a little bit of detail that if I wasn't drawing your attention to it you might not notice, but it does add to the whole image. It's based on area lights, which of course themselves do add a lot of realism to your renders. So I'll be using those, but if you're using point lights, this isn't quite as applicable. So I've created a simple scene here. It's just a box room with two teapots in it and a single light fixture. And when I'm finished with this fixture, I would just replicate it into these two other polygons here. So to get started, I'm going to create my area light. I'm going to go into my Create panel, Lights. I'm going to choose a free light. And if when you're doing this it asks you about setting your exposure control, just say yes. And I'm going to place the area light right inside of the fixture. I hit Alt-A for my Align tool, and I'm just going to put that right in there. Okay. Make sure it's somewhat centered. And now I'm just going to set this up as I would a normal area light. So I'm going to scroll up here. Let's see, what do we want? Ray trace shadows, so it doesn't bleed outside of the fixture. The intensity is fine. Shape and area shadows, this is where the technique is going to happen here. When I select sphere, and it creates the gizmo around my sphere showing me how large Mental Ray is considering this this area light to be. This gizmo also represents how large this object could be if I were to choose to have it rendered, which is this checkbox right here, light shape visible in rendering. Now why I do this for these kinds of light fixtures and for others is because they are in fact area lights. They're these light bulbs that are, at least an inch, maybe 2 inches in diameter, and they cast a lot of light into the scene. Well, they might as well be renderable and be the light bulb object. So this is a very quick technique. I could just say, okay, this is how big it's going to be. It's going to cast light realistically from a shape like this, of this size, and as a bonus, with this technique, it's going to render that as the object here. So let's take a render and see how it looks. I'm going to pick a nice glancing angle so that you can see the light bulb. Now, for being the only light in the scene, it doesn't look great, but you get the idea, right? That this is the light bulb, and it's casting light into the scene. So it's kind of a twofer. Our area light is properly set up, and it's being rendered, so now it can be visible when you're walking around the scene or when you're taking renders. This is a very cool technique, and I encourage you to just kind of keep it in the back of your head when you're working with area lights. It can save you a little bit of time because you don't have to model the light bulb object, and it still looks realistic. As a bonus, you can also use this with other techniques. If you watch my Monday movie talking about glare, you'll know that this light bulb is also a glare casting object, so it'll bleed a little bit out into the fixture. Looks very cool. I encourage you to try this out for yourself, maybe experiment a little bit, and you'll find that it is a useful technique for your pipeline. Thanks for tuning in to another Monday movie. You can find all of my Monday movies as well as tutorials, resources, and downloads at my website, www.mrbluesummers.com.